Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Drive-Thru. I'm your host, Tony T, as we broadcast live here on Pig Dogs and Sports Chat Place YouTube channel and throughout social media. We'll get you here well before the top of the hour because we want to give you just enough time to make those bets for the primetime games, and that's what we do here on the Drive-Thru. Monday through Friday gives you live free sports picks from the primetime games. And to help us out, our professional handicappers over from Pig Dogs and Sports Chat Place. Let's take a peek at who will be on the show for today. We've got Shane Mickle joining us, and we got Ron Zawacki. James Clark with us. In the center square today will be Alex Smart. Tony Brown in the drive-thru. And, of course, got Al McMordy with us. Al Ninos on Skype. And let's take a look at how they'll line up for today's show. We got Smart, McMordy, Brown, Zawacki, Mickle, Ninos, Clark, and then I will close this one out. All right, I'm going solo. Chris has the day off, so let's go ahead and get started here on the drive-thru. Let's welcome to the show Alex Smart. You'll find him over at Pig Dogs Premium. He's doing really fantastic work. He's heating up right now. You see him up on the leaderboards. Alex, how you doing today?
Doing good. How's everybody doing out in California these days?
Oh, it's going great. Sunny and warm. Like a little more rain, but hey, we'll see. We still got a few months left of rain. We'll see if we can get any. All right, Alex, you're looking at a baseball game tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern time, has Tampa Bay hosting the Rangers. Rays, a big favorite here, $1.75. Total sits here at 8.
Yeah, I'm looking at this game, and from a perspective and a projection standpoint, I can't see that big of a difference here in the pitching matchup. And for me, for two teams that don't really put a lot of runs on the board, we're having so far early this season, we've got a pretty close contest. Now, I don't think the actual number relates well to the percentage, the odds of the Rays winning this game. So from that standpoint, I really like the value here with the Texas Rangers.
All right, Alex, looking here at the Texas Rangers in this one. And I really, Alex, it's hard for me to argue that pick. I'm looking here at the way the Rangers have played here the last couple of games. They got some W's up here. And, the Rays, had some issues with their bullpen. They dropped the last couple here against Texas. They won, Rangers have won the past 2 in this series. And as you said, it's the line value in this one.
It's just, it's the line value. I'm not saying the Rays should not be favorites here because they should be slight favorites. But, looking at Lyles and looking at Hill, I mean, maybe he's over the hill. I don't know, but we'll find out. And, excuse the pun, nothing against Hill. I mean, 17-year veteran. He's a great ball player, but I think we've got some value here, like I said, with Lyles.
No doubt about that. Looks like he'll decline a little bit, and I'm with you there on the Texas Rangers. All right, Alex, let's take a look over at Pig Dogs Premium for tonight. We got a handful of games here, NBA, NHL, and we've got baseball. What you have going on over the site? We see you're heating up here, 846 units of profit the past 30 days.
Yeah, starting to heat up, and, sort of late, the middle of the winter was, oh, boy. I can tell you guys, I say it over and over again. I'm not shy about saying when I go into a slump. That was my worst one in 9 years. So anyway, hopefully from here on in, I make it all up in one foul swoop. Jump on board. It's probably a great time to be following me.
Absolutely, guys. Get on board here with Alex Smart over at Pig Dogs Premium. You see the numbers here, 846 units of profit past 30 days. That's all documented. So when you go to his site, to his profile page, you'll see every play that he's listed. Good time to get one of those one-day passes and take those wings and make the upgrade to the long-term pass. We have the 3, 7, and 30-day pass. We'll get every play that Alex releases on at Pig Dogs site. And, of course, you set the terms when you make the purchase. All right, Alex, as always, great having you on the show. Have yourself a great evening, and we'll talk with you next week.
Okay. All right, gentlemen. Have a great weekend. See you.
All right. All right, Alex Smart here on the drive-thru. Let's continue on with our coverage here as I'm flying solo. Chris will be back tomorrow. Let's go ahead and welcome Al McMordy to our show. You'll find Al McMordy top of the leaderboards for 2021 over at Pig Dogs Premium. Let's go ahead and bring him in right now. There he is, Al McMordy. Al, how you doing today?
I'm doing good today. Yesterday, though, like I always say, some days you're the dog, other days you're the hydrant. And on Wednesday, I was definitely the hydrant. So, I was 1-5 yesterday, hopeful of bouncing back today on Thursday.
Let's bounce back here on Thursday, Al. You're going to look at this NBA contest between the Hawks and Bucks, 7:30 Eastern time. We've got the Bucks road favorites of 4. Total sits at 230.
Well, the line's actually ticking up right now, 4.5-5, as Giannis Antetokounmpo has been upgraded to probable. We still don't know about Trae Young and Danilo Gallinari for their availability for this contest. That information should probably come down the pike in the next few minutes. Both teams obviously on win streaks. Milwaukee won its last 2 ball games by 37 against Orlando, by 25 against the Timberwolves. Atlanta, for its part, has won its last 3, including back-to-back upset wins over the Hornets and the Raptors. And generally speaking, Tony, I like going against teams off back-to-back upset wins, and especially if I can get them matched up against another team which is off back wins itself. And that's the case here with Milwaukee. If you go against our teams off those back-to-back upset wins going all the way back to 1990, you're 166 and 228 against the spread. So there's nothing wrong with those numbers. And to fade Atlanta here. Another reason I want to fade the Hawks is that in this matchup versus the Bucks, in the last 12 meetings, Atlanta has only won 1 out of the 12 straight up. And that game was by a single point, 136 to 135 in overtime. So they really have not played very well versus the Bucks, and this is a fairly short number tonight. And finally, the Atlanta Hawks are 20 and 39 as home dogs versus non-division teams if the Hawks are off a straight-up win. So let's lay the 4.5 or 5 with the Bucks tonight, and hopefully we'll get a nice blowout.
All right, yeah, I was going to go here with Milwaukee Bucks laying a 4, actually 5 in some places. Do your shop and get the best number here. No concern here with a back-to-back. Looks like Milwaukee coming off really blowout wins here against Orlando, Minnesota. Step up here against Atlanta, although Atlanta has a lot of rotational injuries on their side other than Young.
Yeah, I mean, Atlanta's really, 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 banged up, John Collins, et cetera. So, depending on Gallinari and Trae Young, this number could even swing back the other way. If they're playing, you might see it get real short. But right now, as we sit here, it's -4.5 or -5.
All right, McMordy here with the Milwaukee Bucks laying the 4.5 or 5 against the Atlanta Hawks. All right, let's take a look over at Pig Dogs Premium, where Al right now is number 1 documented for 2021, over 31 units of profit. Looking for a bounce back tonight. Al, what you have going on over at the site?
Well, right now I have one play. Our baseball game was rained out this afternoon. I've got a hockey play left on the card, and it's out of a 32-8 situation. A real nice play tonight. Overall, over the long term, 296 and 219, my last 515. And the best, bargain of all, of course, is to join for a week or a month to get all of my award-winning selections. And, we do have bad days like yesterday, but they're few and far between. So hopefully we'll bounce back today and the rest of this week.
All right, guys, get on board here with Al McMordy over at Pig Dogs Premium. You see the numbers here, over 31 units of profit for the season. Get that one-day pass, and of course, the best value is making that upgrade to the long-term pass. And of course, so you'll get every play that Al releases over at Pig Dogs Premium. He's got that 3, 7, and 3rd day pass. You want to save money, get a subscription. That's the best value there over at Pig Dogs Premium. All right, Al, as always, great having you on the show. Have yourself a great night. We'll talk with you next week.
Thanks, Tony. Good luck to you.
All right, everybody, Al McMordy here on the drive-thru. Let's continue our coverage on. Reminder to everybody out there, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Free picks every single day. Of course, it gets started at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time every day with the morning show. You got Mitch, Rod Zawacki, Brian Bittler, and of course, those 2 YouTube shows, the premium shows. You got the early and the late, and you can follow the description below. We've got a link that will get you information for the YouTube shows. And of course, we're here Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern time with the drive-thru. And of course, we're also asking if you would give us that thumbs up, that like. We greatly appreciate it. It really helps us grow our audience here on the drive-thru. All right, we'll continue on now with our coverage, and it's time to welcome to the show Tony Brown. You'll find him over at Pig Dogs Premium. We're going to go ahead and wire him. Once in a while, you'll find him over in the morning show as well. And of course, Mitch, if you were on the show yesterday, Mitch talked about some changes to the morning show, and there'll be some more cappers on there in the near future. Tony Brown, how you doing today?
I'm doing good, Tone. I'm actually in the drive-thru this time. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Yeah, Tony Brown joined us from the drive-thru. We've got the Hurricanes and the Predators, 7 Eastern time going off tonight. Hurricanes laying $1.90, total sits at 5.5.
Yeah, if you watched the show before, you know I don't pick dogs too many times, but when I pick them, they've been hitting. I like Nashville in this one as a dog. They're the hottest team in the NHL right now. And you know how the saying is, you're only as good as your last game. Nashville has won 11 of the last 13 contests straight up, and they're just on fire. They're coming into this one off of back-to-back wins. Carolina, they're the better team, and they have the better of Nashville in the series. You know what I mean? But they're coming into this game out for back-to-back losses against one of the worst teams in hockey. Detroit, they were favored at -300 in both both of those games. They lost them both outright. So they're really coming in off back-to-back losses.
All right, Tony, I'm gonna have to interrupt you here a second. You're
back-to-back wins.
Okay.
11 of the 13 overall. Plus 165. That's too good.
Hey, Tony, I'm gonna have to interrupt you. Your audio is just coming in a little washy here. We've got the pick here. Nashville Predators plus 165 here. All right. All right, Tony, we're getting a little choppy audio from you. I'll go ahead and take it from here. Tony Brown here will be on the Nashville Predators at plus 165 against the Carolina Hurricanes in this one. And, of course, this game will begin at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and at the NHL Center Ice package. And, of course, let's take a look here at Tony Brown. Let's see if we can get your audio a little better this time, Tony. Can you let us know what you have going on over at the site? Well, I think we lost connection here, but check out Tony Brown over at Pig Dog Stream and get his one-day pass. Let's see what he's got going on. I'll go ahead and bring up the site right now. See what we got from Tony Brown. As we lost a little sound from him, but you can find Tony Brown over at Pig Dogs Premium, and I'll go over through the site right now and let you guys know what Tony Brown's got going on. He's joined us today, I guess in his car, probably as usual, heading onto a casino. And let's see what we got. All right, he's got his 30-star NBA Hump Day 3 plays on the board today. His 3 bets from the NBA. So get on board right now with his 30-star NBA Hump Day 3 pass. Of course, when you get those winnings, guys, make the upgrade to a long-term pass. That's the best value there at Pig Dogs Premium. All right, let's continue on with the show here as we're going to wire in next Rod Zawacki. You'll find him over at Pig Dogs Premium. Of course, he's part of the morning show, and he's been doing very good. You see him at the top of the leaderboards with fantastic performances. Rod, how you doing today? I think we lost your sound there, Rod. We got to unmute.
There we go. My bad. Sorry.
All right.
Beautiful day. Good day.
Excellent day. All right, Rod, let's take a look at the game tonight. You're looking at Maple Leafs to host the Jets. Toronto laying $1.45. Total sits here at 5.5.
Yeah, you bet. The Jets here, they're on the back-to-back. They got the win last night over Ottawa in overtime. Leafs strong, 7-1-2 the last 10. Jets 6-3 last 10. Both of these teams strong in the last 10 games. But for me, we're going to take the Leafs in this one. Everybody's jumping on the Jets. They played solid as a dog, but everybody heard word that Matthews going to be out for this game for the Leafs. But that's just going to be a huge overreaction. Everybody's jumping on. I guess the reasons why. Jets are 0-4 versus teams with a winning record their last 10. And it's just not doing good. While you look at the Leafs are 11-2 their last 13 versus teams with a winning record, which is what the Jets are here. But the biggest thing for me tonight is Campbell is off a loss, which is his first loss of the year, by the way. So he's 11-1 on the year. Solid goal. He's going to get a huge bounce back. He's won both games versus the Jets this year. We're going to make it 3 as he beats the Jets tonight on his own. I'm going to name him the first star as he's going to have a solid performance tonight in net for the Leafs and steal this win by himself. Don't need Matthews in this one.
All right, we got the play here from Rod Zawacki. He's going to go ahead and take the Toronto Maple Leafs minus 145 against the Winnipeg Jets. You know, you look at these divisional games, and, you know, the Jets this year, positive returns about 9 units. And this is why you're looking at the money here or a lot of you see a lot of people looking at the Jets in this game.
Yeah, and exactly. Like this Jets opened up with Matthews in the lineup at a huge plus price, right? They were, I think, plus 150, 155, I think I seen with this number when it first opened up. And that thing's dropped like a rock because everybody heard that Matthews is out, and that you can't get that anymore. That number's long gone. So that's why everybody's jumped on the Jets, and I think it's just going to be a public overreaction. Campbell's a solid goal. He beat him twice this year already. He's given up 1 goal in each game, so he's given up 2 goals. Yeah, he's solid in that. Good luck beating him.
Solid in net here. Toronto Maple Leafs minus 145 against the Winnipeg Jets. This one to begin at 7 Eastern Time, NHL Center Ice package. All right, Rod, let's take a look over at Pig Dogs Premium, where you're doing fantastic work. 779 units of profit past 7 days. That is fully documented. Been really hot in baseball. What you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Tonight we had my baseball go off. We went 1-1 on the day games. So I've got 3 NBA for you left tonight. I've got my NBA Birdcage, and we've been doing good in the NBA the last week as well, hitting 65%, going 13-7 over the last week. These 3 are the perfect opportunity for us to posterize the books triumphantly on Triumphantly Thursday.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Rod Zawacki over at Pick Dogs Premium. And, of course, right now, get that Thursday pass from him. Take the winnings, make the upgraded long-term pass. That 3, 7, and 30 pass is the best value. Or you can go with a 2-for-1 cappers. That's special. You can match up Rob with Big Al, with Chris, any of the cappers out there, and you save money when you do the 2-for-1 capper special and go long-term. That's the best value there at Pick Dogs Premium. And also a great value, Rod, is something you're a very big part of, and that is the YouTube Premium, the early and the late. You bet.
There's a link right down here below. It'll tell you how to join up with the YouTube Premium show. You can join up for the early YouTube Premium, and you'll get 4 picks. You'll get 1 from me, 1 from Brian, 1 from Mitch, and then we grab 1 from the consensus during the week, and we grab that 4th one from Ron Romanelli on the weekends.
Absolutely, guys. So
late info one where you get 8 picks from everybody, and for 50 value, huge value there. The YouTube Premium. Just follow the link below.
That's right, guys. Follow the link below for the YouTube Premium. That's some great value there from Rod Zawacki there. Of course, he's part of it. Rod Zawacki. You got Mitch. You got Brian Biller, and the consensus pick. That early, late YouTube, really good value. And of course, you can catch Rod Zawacki every day, 10:30 a.m. each time on the morning show with Mitch and company. All right, Rod, as always, great having your show. Have yourself a great night, and we'll talk with you tomorrow.
Have a good night, Tony.
All right. Let's go. Good night, and go Leafs. That was Rod Zawacki here on the drive-thru. All right, let's continue our coverage. Now it's time to bring in our friend Shane Mickle. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. He's going to look at an NBA game tonight between the Cavaliers and the Golden State Warriors. Shane, how's it going?
Good. How are you doing tonight, Tony?
Oh, doing great. All right, let's get to it here. Cavaliers, 8 Eastern time to host the Warriors. Warriors road favors at 6.5, total 224.
Yeah, it's a little slim pickings tonight across the NBA and MLB with a lot of the MLB games going on early. But I still think we can find some value here with this total in the Cavs-Warriors game. Both these teams played last night. Both teams came out with victories. The Warriors in blowout fashion, putting up like 140-something points. And the Cavs, holding the Hornets only 90 points to come away with their victory. The Warriors are getting a lot of attention as of late because their offense, they kind of look like I wouldn't say the Warriors of old. But the offense is starting to put up points. But more impressively, I think, has been the way their defense has been playing. And it's not been getting a lot of attention. The Cavs, their offense has been a little better as of late. But I think they regress a little the means here with their scoring. This is an offense that has struggled to score most of the season. On the back-to-back, I think that happens again. I expect tired legs from both teams. I think the under has a lot of value here.
Yeah, I can't argue with the under here, especially back-to-back and the depth issues with Cleveland. Of course, Colin Sexton dealing with that groin injury shown here as questionable. And if he doesn't go, where's the scoring going to come from, especially when you're in a back-to-back spot?
Yeah, I mean, there really isn't going to be much. This could be one of those classic Cavs games from earlier in the season where they have issues getting 85 points.
All right, here agreement here with Shane here, under 224 Warriors and the Cavaliers. This one, NBA League Pass channel at 8 p.m. Eastern time. All right, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium, where Shane's done very good work in the NBA this year, over 300 units of profit. If you checked it with us last year, it was number 2 at Pick Dogs in NBA. We got a handful of games in NBA, some baseball, hockey. What you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
I have 2 games go off already today, 1-1. The loser was a plus juice, so nothing lost there. 3 games left tonight, 2 NBA, both the TV games in the States here, and then MLB game in a 3-pack, $29.95. Hop on that or hop on something long-term, and let's get winning through the weekend. Let's get winning through the weekend here with Shane Mickle over at Pick Dogs Premium. He's got that 3-pack from the NBA tonight. You pick up that one-day pass, and, of course, take those winnings and make the long-term pass. 3, 7, and 30-day pass, your best value over at Pick Dogs Premium. The all-sports pass means you'll get every play that Shane releases over at Pick Dogs Premium. You set the terms when you make the purchase there on the site. All right,
Shane, as always, great having you on the show. Continue that success, and we'll talk with you next week.
Sounds good. Have a good weekend, Tony.
All right, everybody. Shane Mickle here on the Drive Thru. Just a reminder, guys, give us that thumbs up, that like. It helps us a lot. Of course, it helps us grow our audience. And if you happen to join the show late, don't forget we'll recap the plays. So stay tuned at the end of the show for the recap. All right, let's continue on here on the Drive Thru. It's time to bring in Al Ninos. We're going to go on to Skype here and bring in Al. You'll find him over at Pig Dogs Premium. Of course, Al. Let's see, we get Al in here in just a second here. Here we go, Al Ninos on Skype. I think I've got him now. Al, how you doing?
Doing good. Hopefully the mic's working.
It's working. I just got my fingers and brain to work. That's the only thing that's not working right now. All right, let's take a look at the game tonight here. We got the Penguins hosting the Flyers, 7 Eastern time. Penguins laying $1.60, total 6.5.
Yeah, this should be a good matchup. I mean, it could have been a much better matchup, but I think we got a big edge here. So let's take a look at it. Yeah, the Penguins coming in here after beating the Devils 5-2 for their third straight win. They're looking great right now. They're one of the best home teams, too, 16-3-1 at home. The Flyers have had some good runs. They've had some big wins, too. But they're just 1-4 in their last 5 coming into this one. Most of their successes come with Brandon Elliott in net. They've already confirmed. They confirmed Carter Hart actually a while ago, and he's just having a tough season. He's just 8-11-5, and another very tough spot here against one of the best home teams in the league. That's in very good form. I also kind of like the over here with Hart getting the start. But definitely like the side a lot better. Pittsburgh is just 2-3 against Philly this season, but 2 of those losses were in the 2 games in Philadelphia, and this is as good a spot as they could ask for to even the series up at 3 apiece with the home ice advantage, and obviously given their current form. I love splitting my bets. You know, I'm putting about 3/4 on the money line on this one, and I am putting a bit on about a quarter of it on the puck line as well, just to bring this juice down a little bit. This money line is a little juicy. You could just take the -1 if you wanted. That should be about even money if you don't like laying any juice at all. And you could even take the -1.5 if you don't like pushes and you want to go for a good shot at some decent plus money here. So plays the Pittsburgh. It's up to you. As I said, I'm going mostly money line, but good shot plus money if you want to take the puck line too.
All right, Al Ninos here, going to split it up a little bit, but he's going for the show. Pittsburgh Penguins -160 against the Philadelphia Flyers. You know, you look at the Flyers, almost -8 units against the division. Well, that's year to date. They're all playing their division games this year. And of course, Pittsburgh a little better luck here, or actually better skill here against the division. 8.5 units to the positive.
Yeah, I mean Pittsburgh's definitely been the better team. They are the better team, the more talented team. They have the bigger names. As I said, Philadelphia has been a pretty good team. They can score some goals, but their defense just hasn't been there this year. Their goaltending is really you really have to check who's in net for them before backing them. It's hard to back them with Carter Hart there. So, yeah, it's a great spot for the Penguins here to keep rolling.
Let me ask you this, because we know Jeff Carter from the LA Kings. He was just acquired. He was traded. Kings are, little by little to get rid of some of their Stanley Cup players, the veterans. Of course, the Kings had to eat half that contract, though. Jeff Carter, now Pittsburgh Penguins, now probable to play this game.
Sorry, can you run that one more time?
Jeff Carter, the center for the Kings. He was traded, and he's probable now for Pittsburgh in this game.
Yeah, you know what? I guess that's just another weapon with him or without him. I think Pittsburgh should get the job done here. It's a great spot for the Penguins. I think, there's no other way to look at this game. You could look at the over if you like playing totals, I said, but I like the side a lot better here.
All right, we've got Al Ninos here on the side here with the Penguins laying the 160 against the Flyers. It's interesting to see how Carter will be mixed in with this Penguins lineup. All right, let's take a look over at the site. Of course, you're doing fantastic work right now in NHL, sitting near about the number 1 at Pick Dogs Premium for the NHL. 965 units of profit. We got a lot of hockey. We got some NBA and MLB. What you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
As usual, a bit of everything. I got a 5-pack with 2 NBA, 2 NHL, and 1 MLB play. I got a few extra plays if you're on the longer term pass as well. So it's up to you how many plays you want. I also got them all up individually as well if you're just into one sport.
All right, guys, get on board here with Al Ninos over at Pig Dogs Premium. See the numbers here: 965 units of profit to the positive in NHL. #1 documented over at Pig Dog Trim. Get on board with his one-day pass, and of course, take those winnings and make that upgrade to that long-term pass, his 3, 7, and 30-day pass. Get you every play that releases the site. We got that 2-for-1 capper special right now. 2 cappers at a reduced price. Of course, why don't you match up Al with Big Al McMordy, the 2 L's. There you go. That's the way to do it. Al #1 overall, Al McMordy for 2021. Of course, and El Ninos, #1 in hockey for this year. That 2-for-1 capper special is a great value. No doubt there over at Pig Dogs Premium. All right, Al, as always, great having a show. Have yourself a great night, and we'll talk to you soon. Who knows when you'll be on the schedule.
Yeah, always ready, you know that. But, yeah, I always forget to mention that 2-for-1 deal. It is a great deal, and obviously you can mix the sports. You can mix the hot cappers. You can go whichever way you want to look at it. That way it's a lot of different 2-for-1 deals you can get. Lots of great value there.
Absolutely great value there on 2-for-1. Now, have a good night. We'll talk to you soon. We thank El Ninos for joining us here on the drive-thru. And a fill-in spot. He does fill in a lot. He's dedicated to the show. We greatly appreciate his contributions. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Before we do, just a couple things, guys. That thumbs up, like, keep them coming in. It really helps us grow our audience, and we'll continue on. And by the way, we're getting a lot of new viewers right now. Just a reminder, if you missed any of the picks on the show, I know you have because you just signed in. Well, we're going to recap them here at the end of the show. We got 2 more picks to go, and then we'll do the recap. And they're both NBA games. So let's continue on here on the drive-thru. We're going to welcome James Clark to the drive-thru. He's doing fantastic work this year in the NBA. Of course, you have some up days, you have some down days, but more up than down. And you have to be able to manage that part of this this business. James, how you doing today?
Pretty good, Tony. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing good. All right, you're looking at the late night game tonight. Suns to host the Kings. The Suns laying 12.5. Total sits 234.5.
Yeah, Tony, if you look at this game, the Suns are real hot. They've won 9 in a row at home. And we know what we got with the Kings. They've lost their last 8 games. But the last time these two teams met, the Kings was on the run when they was on their winning streak. And the Suns beat them 116-101, which was, a 16-point win. And I look for the same thing tonight. The Suns when they're favored, they have covered 70% of the time that they have been favored this season. And when the Kings has been underdogs, they have not covered 35% of the time. So, as you look at the number now, not 70% for the Suns, that's big. That's a big number. But, the Suns has got a really good team. And, the Kings, they're still a little banged up. They still got a few players not playing. I think Buddy Hield is playing last night. I think he ended up playing last night. But I really like the Suns to win by 13 or more points tonight.
All right, James Clark here is on the Phoenix Suns laying the 12.5 here against the Sacramento Kings. And as you were talking about, this Sacramento team has been a real streaky team. They streak up, they streak down, a huge losing streak. But when you look at their spread ranking here, you look at how poorly they perform against the spread. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They've lost failed to cover 7 of their past 8 games, and it's got to be really as a Kings team here with Luke Walton there as head coach. They go through these streaks where they win, and they go through these long losing streaks.
Yeah, and this Suns team, they're a killer at covering the spread. I think they're number 1 in the NBA right now in covering the spread. Like the percentage I gave out, when they're favored, they cover the spread 70% of the time. That's a big number in the NBA to cover the spread 70% of the time you're favored. That's a huge number. So I really like the Suns, and we're going for 3 straight on the drive-through. So hope we can go 3-0 tonight.
Let's go 3-0 tonight, no doubt about that here. Of course, when you talk about spread records here, Phoenix overall 35-19, but at home 20-10 ATS. And as you said, they've been favored in a lot of those games, if not all of those games at home, because they've been doing fantastic work here on the season. Speaking of fantastic work, James Clark, let's take a look at your work over at Pig Dogs Premium NBA. Over 1,000 units of profit documented. We got a handful of games from the NBA. We got some hockey and baseball. What you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
Well, Tony, I got a 5-pack, all 4 of the NBA and 1 MLB that's going on tonight. We got hit in the mouth yesterday with some NBA plays that, you can't win them all. You can't win them every day, but we win more times than we lose. And last night was a rough one, but my bounce backs. If anybody's following me and has got my picks, they know when I have a losing day. The next day, you better watch out because usually it's 5-0, 4-1, or 5-1. Just ever how many picks I got. And like I said, I got the 5-pack going on right now. If you want to team me up with any of the other guys, like I said, Al, he's number one in everything. Tony, Rod's real hot right now. Just any of the guys that, any of the cappers, team me up with any of them. And, like I always say, and I say this every time I'm on the show, that is the perfect deal for anybody, that's wanting to manage their bankroll, and don't want to spend a lot and also get a lot back. That 2-for-1 capper is where it's at, and you can't beat that, man.
That's right. Can't beat that 2-for-1 capper special right now. You can see right here, James Clark, over 1,000 units of profit documented in the NBA. When you actually visit Pick Dogs Premium, you check out James Clark's profile page, you'll see every play that is released. So everything's fully transparent there. So get that 2-for-1 capper special. Team James up with another capper out there. Al McMordy, as he said, that 3, 7, and 30 Al Sports Pass will get you every play that James releases, or the other capper too, if you get that 2-for-1. And you set the period when you make the purchase there at Pick Dogs Premium. All right, James, as always, great having you on the show. Have yourself a great night, and we'll talk to you at the end of the show when we do the recap.
All right, Tony. Appreciate you having me on the show, buddy.
Appreciate you joining us here. James Clark here on the drive-thru. Of course, we will recap all the picks here in just a minute. After my pick, I'm the last one here to give out the play. We're going to look at this second half here of the TNT doubleheader between the Lakers and the Boston Celtics. So let me go ahead and put up that game information for you right now, as this one will start tonight. It's about 10 p.m. Eastern time, so let me go ahead and put it up here for you guys. All right, 10 Eastern time, Lakers to host the Celtics. Celtics now 6-point favorites. Total sits here at 213. And the way I'm going with this one is I'm going to go under with the Lakers and the Celtics. Lakers are a defensive-minded team, but I really think it's a tough spot for the Lakers. They played their first true home game after a 7-game road trip with one day off in between. They were held to 96 points to the Knicks, 101 to Charlotte to close the trip. Lakers, again, have to rely on their defense to stay competitive, playing without LeBron and Anthony Davis. Those Celtics have really tightened their defense. You look at the past 5 games, they're holding teams to 44% shooting. Boston has played to under in 8 of their past 10. In that 10-game span, Celtics at 6th best in defensive efficiency. And the Lakers are number 1 in defensive efficiency in that period. The Lakers, 3rd worst on the offensive side. As I said, they got to rely on defense, and I think you're going to have a defensive style game here. I like the Lakers and Celtics go under total of 213. Of course, you can check out Pick Dogs Premium, where I have a 3-pack tonight, a little bit mix of baseball and NBA. So check me out there. And of course, I've got the long-term passes as well, that 3, 7, and 38 pass over at Pick Dogs Premium. Check me out there with my premium picks. All right, let's continue on here on the show. And of course, it's time now to recap the plays from today's show. We got El Ninos and James Clark to help us out here on the recap. We got started here on the show with Alex Smart. He was Rangers plus 165 against the Rays. Al McMordy, Bucks laying the 4. Could be up to 5, 5.5, 5 in that game. Do your line shopping in this one. Matter of fact, I think we said it was 4.5 in this one, 4 to 4.5. So keep an eye on the line there. Get your best number. Tony Brown, Predators plus 165 against the Hurricanes. Rod Zawacki, Leafs minus 145 against the Jets. Shane was on Warriors, Cavs under 224. El Ninos, Penguins minus 160 against the Flyers. James, Suns minus 12.5 against the Kings. Just truly Lakers, Celtics under 213. We'll start with Al. Other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
I'll have to take yours. I like that Lakers, Celtics under.
All right, let's go over to James now. James, other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
Well, Tony, I was going to give out yours too, but I'll give out another one since he went with yours. I like Alex Smart, the Rangers plus money, the plus 165. Like to talk about the Hill. 17 years in the MLB, has to wear on you, and he ain't no LeBron. But anyways, I really like the Rangers to get the win tonight.
Yeah, I'm with you here. I like Alex Smart's play Rangers plus 165 against the Rays. Rangers playing better ball. It's getting a little bit of runs here the last couple of games. And Rich Hill has digressed a little bit this year. When you notice, I look at Rich Hill's numbers, his strikeout rate is way below what it used to be when he was with the LA Dodgers in the past 2 seasons. So he's definitely giving up more contact. So I'm with you here with the Rangers plus 165. That'll do it for this edition of the Drive-Thru, guys. Tune in tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern time. We'll have a full book of cappers on, get 8 guests on the show, giving out live free sports picks for the primetime games. And don't forget, it all gets started every day at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. With the morning show, you got Mitch, Rod Zawacki, Brian Builder. Tune into that. Of course, we got the YouTube premium shows. Follow the link below for more information on that. All right, let's bring in the cast from tonight's show. Again, we'll wave off good nights. And, of course, we got Rod Zawacki with his birdcage. Here we go. Moneyline birdcage from Rod Zawacki. Boston, Nashville, and the Leafs plus 810. That's from Rod Zawacki. All right, wave good night to everyone. Have yourself a great night, and we'll talk with you guys